But because
How'd it happen?
so
How did you accidentally trip and fall into smashing it on Twitch?
now that is I can get into that. I'll be a little long-winded. I'm down to get into it though if you want me to talk about that. I'll talk about
No, I asked you that question because I don't want you to answer.
That's a valid point.
Yeah, no, dude. Honestly, man, like this.
You got
like,
that. You got that UK
next...
cheek. That's why I like role playing with you, bro. You got the UK cheek on lock.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, but like, honestly, man, for the next hour and a half, like, I've got a load of questions I'm going to be asking you. I've not asked any of them yet. This is all just from the first few minutes of talking to you, and I'm just come up with stuff that's probably more interesting than what I've written down. So if at any point you feel like, oh, this is an in-depth answer, I don't want to take too much time, fuck that, take the time.
Run it anyway. Okay. Yeah, I can tell you how. No, I had, it was post-pandemic, like pandemic had just ended. I was working in Nike shoe shop, little outlet. I got fired because at the time, before I streamed, I was doing music production. So I'd always been doing music. Like music was my goal. I was like making beats for people, doing sessions, like showing up to London, getting in sessions with artists and like working on their music. But because of the schedule that gave me doing that stuff, it meant my 9 to 5 wasn't, you know, I wasn't as attentive to that as I should have been. So I got sacked from there. And then I was kind of like in this void where I'd been saving, so I had like a bit of time to kill before like getting a 9 to 5. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just full send the music thing. And then in that time, I'd always been gaming. Like I'd always been something I'd doing just for fun. And I'd played roleplay a long time before that, but just no streaming it, just offline. And I'd actually, my PC was on eBay. And Matt will tell you this story because I remember having a good discussion with him. My PC was listed on eBay when I did my NoPixel application. Because a good friend of mine who played RP on my old server got onto NoPixel. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
But yeah, my PC was on eBay and I applied and I was like, oh, cool. If I get in, I'll cancel the listing. If I get denied, I'll just sell it and then just go full time to music. Ended up getting accepted, and then that's literally how I started streaming. Because like I was like, oh, if I'm playing NoPixel, there's no point not.
Have you ever tried to find out who it was that approved your application?
No,
because you know, in a way, with that, I don't fucking know. I've been here 3 months, but I'm just thinking, like, if that person had denied it, potentially your entire life trajectory would have gone off in a completely different direction.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like if I didn't get into NoPixel, I would not have played games anymore. Because I was at a point where I was like, it's counterproductive to what I was doing.
Man, you need to find out who fucking approved that, man. Just I don't know. I mean, maybe you don't need to. For me, I'd be like, man, who was it? Because
yeah, no, I hear that.
I mean, like, you know, like that's if ever anyone says there's no such thing as a butterfly effect, I'm gonna point to you and be like, like literally, there it is, right there. Someone clicked enter on an application, and then someone's life went in like a different direction.
Yeah, 100%. Because up until that point, bro, gaming was like, for me, gaming was always like my enemy. I was like, oh, bro, like it's just taking so much of my time. It's not bringing me anything. It's taking me away from the music. And it was like always this battle I had. Even in school, I was always way more focused on games than I was work. I didn't get into it. Yeah, obviously, fuck that, fuck the work and stuff like that. But yeah, literally, then when I got on NoPixel, when I got accepted, I don't think there was a day that I played a server I wasn't streaming just because I saw like
into it.
Yeah,
Were you Sparky day one or were you someone else day one?
Yeah, so I did like because I knew it wasn't like I came onto NoPixel looking for exposure, but I knew what it could do, and I knew I was going to try the music thing, so I wanted to make like my branding a bit more lined up. So I actually changed my Twitch name. My Twitch name originally back then was Ty Green, which is what I was producing all of my stuff under.
Yeah.
And I switched it to Sparky K&E so it would be like easier to find through the roleplay stuff.
Yeah.
And then that was when I started streaming back then. I was doing like just as and when I could get in, because back then NoPixel was like a situation of you would only be able to you wouldn't be getting into NA was non-existent. Like if you didn't have Prio, you wouldn't get into NA.
Yeah, wasn't it like a 60 cap server or something back then?
I haven't been around.
How many years have you been on NoPixel for?
I've been on NoPixel now probably about a year and maybe just over a year and a half. Yeah, I ain't been here long.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you, bro.
I joined I joined like about midway through 3.0, I think, or like shortly after 3.0.
All right, okay. If anyone's listening and like they want to at any point to try and roleplay and stream from now on, like Louu is your god, And you know, just like anyone should be like, one day I'll be like. I mean, they probably won't sound like an old man. No one doing that voice. One day. That's fucking cool, man. So how long have you been role playing for, and like, what got you into role play originally?
I've been playing RP servers for probably like 4 years at this point, maybe even 5. I started the very first like exposure to roleplay I had was I had a friend who played Armor roleplay, and I used to think it was hilarious.
Started in Armor, man. Armor's legit.
And I like my angle coming into it is a bit different because he was playing Armor RP as a police officer, and I used to find it funny that he was pretending to be a police officer, right, on the internet. So I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like, the guy's pretending to be a fed. Like, what the hell is he doing? So I went on the server to like troll him and be like, go and give him a hard time with a few of my other boys, and then ended up like actually enjoying it. So did a bit of Armor for a few months, and then after the Armor, I think it kind of just, I feel like no one ever really remembers how they made the switch from Armor to GTA, but it was just a very like kind of, okay, well, Armor has limited mechanics in this way. Oh, there's a roleplay scene on GTA. I think maybe I'd seen like YouTube videos of like OG Summit on NoPixel before knowing what NoPixel was. Like, I just saw a guy playing a roleplay server and thought, oh, this looks cool. And I was just on public servers for the longest. You know how that is. I mean,
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think. I mean, other than Gold Rush is public, right? Gold Rush public. I played on Gold Rush once, and I think that might be the only time I played in a public roleplay server. Just because I've been role playing since I was like 18, and so friends of mine would always be like, "Oh, we've got this private like Arc server or Daisy server or Armor server or whatever." So it was always like a closed off space.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of people being like, "Oh man, public servers," and I'm just sat here like, I don't know what that's like. Like, I have no.
Yeah, that is a war zone, my boy. That is a war zone.